Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you saw in that clip there, I'm 236 as of week 3, which is minus 3.4 pounds down from week 1 in the first video, and minus 21 pounds down since I restarted my journey again at 257. So I'm feeling pretty good. Really sorry for the delay. I've been working on moving shortly, so I've been doing a lot of touring of different apartment communities. I wanted to also tour homes, but you have to pretty much move in right away, and unless you want to have overlap between apartment and homes, it can be a lot. So I've been touring a lot of apartment communities to move soon, and that took up a lot of my time. I had meant to upload weeks 3 and 4 already, so I'm working towards now uploading as much as I can this week to try to catch up to my current week here towards the end of March. So I'm very behind, as you see, but had a good week. I will say that for week 3, or between weeks 2 and 3, I actually changed my birth control, which might be too much information, but as females know, your hormones can go up and down when you make a change like that, so your weight will definitely fluctuate. So I know for me, I was not feeling the greatest between weeks 2, 3, and into 4. I've only been feeling great the past 2 weeks and feeling like myself again. And yeah, I think I should see more steady progression of my weight loss for sure. Because like I said, my goal is to get down as much as I can by October, but I don't want to rush it because I would like to lean out and keep my muscle that I already have accumulated over time, but also err on the caution of any flabby body parts. So that is definitely something that can happen if you lose weight too fast, because anybody can lose 40 pounds in a month or 50 pounds in a month if you really want to, or even within 2 months. I would like to lose up to 8 pounds a month, which is 2 pounds a week, maybe 10 pounds. Let's see how it goes, because when you first start your weight loss journey, the heavier you are, the more you can get away with losing in a single week. Let's say up to 3 to 4 pounds, usually 5 pounds the first week, because that's water weight that's dropping off. But my goal is now to lose maybe 1 to 2.5 pounds a week as we go along, and just strip off body fat over time. So I had a great week, like I said, and I'm just showing you guys a little bit of how I do cardio at home in case you're interested. But I typically do cardio throughout the day, and when I have a break from work, or I typically also do it right before I go to the gym, sometimes after, if I haven't already walked my dog. It just depends on the time of the day. But here's some sites around Las Vegas, just to add a little bit more to the videos. I'm going to start doing that more often, is just adding clips here and there of things around Las Vegas, just so it's just not all workouts consistently. So hope you enjoy that as well in the upcoming videos. So for this particular workout, I decided to pair chest with legs, light legs, as I just wanted to get in a great workout for both body parts, but also I was short on time. So I probably started with the hip abduction machine, or the abduction machine, and then moved on to a hamstring curl, probably the kneeling hamstring curl, which I've put on my stories. I'll try to upload it to the YouTube channel at some point in the near future. It's hard to kind of record the hamstring curl, the kneeling one, because it's paired so closely in between two machines. So it's hard to kind of record that without getting in other people's way. So I typically didn't record a video clip of that one, but I'll do hamstring curls, and then I will also move into a leg extension or another movement, and then move into this glute kickback machine, which actually kind of like, it's just a little weird. You really have to position your foot, as you see I'm doing here, if you want to hit the top of the glute. So as you see here, I've turned my left foot outward a little bit, just to make sure that I actually can hit the top of my glutes the way I want to. Otherwise, if you just keep your feet stationary down and kick back, you may not feel that you're actually pressing upward as much. So definitely give that a try with the foot placement. And then next here, as you see, I was definitely going back and forth, I believe, between chest and legs as much as I wanted to anyway. As you see here, this is a flat press that I was using kind of like an incline. I actually like this machine a lot. The problem is that I probably was lifting almost close to the entire stack on this machine by my like 6th set or 5th set, and it really wasn't affecting me much. So I don't think that machine is actually heavy enough for me, but it's actually a good machine that I actually like to utilize. And then next up here, I'm just showing my last set of incline dumbbell chest press. As you see here, it's 50 pounds. I could have went up, but these dumbbells that they have here are really kind of unstable to me. Like, not, it doesn't feel as comfortable holding them. They feel kind of wobbly. So for me, I was like, let me just stop at 50 pounds. I don't need to go up. So I made sure that I included maybe 3 or 4 sets and worked up slowly to 50 pounds and made that like my stop for the top set. Next up here is my favorite machine in this gym, and this is the seated, I like to use it seated, one leg at a time leg extension machine. And I utilize it one leg at a time because I'm trying to build my quads, try to build the strength in my quads since I have hip issues, a lot of it, and I can't fully squat anymore. So what I like to do is leg extension one leg at a time, really slowly work the quads. Full disclosure, I actually sped up some of these clips just so that it wouldn't elongate the video more than it already is. So some of these clips, it looks like I'm working faster than I actually am, is because I just sped up the clip. So as you saw in that previous clip there, I was doing an incline chest press. That was a decent machine, but it wasn't my favorite. So I topped out there probably 3 sets of medium weight reps. Here next is a different workout. This is a back and probably triceps day. I did obviously a heavy wide grip pull down, 4 sets. That was my top set. Next up is this interesting machine. It's a seated rear delt / row machine. So you can use it for your rear delts, or you can use it as a back row machine as well. So I really used it as the wide grip row here, as you see. And it's interesting because you got to remember to keep your arms up. And it's also chest supported. So it's an interesting machine. I have to play around with it because you can definitely position it differently, however, depending on your limbs or how you want to adjust it. So I'll definitely try that again next time. And then next here, I moved into the behind the head, as skull crushers, as people call them, but it's tricep extension overhead. I like the behind the head movement because I feel like you're less likely to hit yourself in the head, because when I used to do this movement the right way, which is a skull crusher, I constantly hit myself in the face. So on the extension, just because my arms are so long. So that's why I do it behind the head. And in case you fail, you also don't hit yourself. So next up here is one of my new favorites that I started doing more. It's an incline one-arm dumbbell row, which is really great, especially if a gym doesn't have a lying T-bar row, which I like. So, I actually tried this out, and I like holding the bench with my arm that's not being utilized, just to try to keep me steady, because this bench is actually a bit slippery, which is why I'm moving around a little bit more than I wanted to, because some benches you just have to I probably should have put a towel down or something, because I was definitely moving around a bit. But I definitely like this movement. You should give it a try. It is very exhausting, especially when you have boobs, but it's very exhausting laying on this bench and doing this maneuver with heavier weight. So at the end of my top set there, I don't remember what the weight was there, I then moved to a burnout set with double arms and 2 dumbbells, as you see. And I didn't even use very much weight, but I was exhausted here. This was probably my 5th or 6th set at this point anyway, so definitely give that a try. Next up here is a seated triceps dip machine, which you can also use for chest exercise. This is one of my favorites because you can, do heavy tricep dips safely here. And, it's a movement that I'll utilize, especially if there's no decline tricep set up in a gym. So this machine works great for me, being able to press heavy like I want to. So I'll use that all the time for maybe 4 to 5 sets and increase the weight and lower the reps. Next up here is a cable one-arm tricep kickback, as I like to call it, like a tricep extension. You're pressing behind you every rep, and I'll utilize this for higher reps in about 4 sets towards the end of my workout. And now we're into another workout that happened this week. This was probably a delts and possibly chest and biceps workout, which I've now paired them often. As you saw there in the first clip and in this clip, this is one of my favorite movements now that I got from bodybuilder Samson Dowda. It is a cable reverse grip, like uppercut front raise. Lean forward a little bit. You really feel it in your front delts when you have your hand turned upward, like you're doing an uppercut, as opposed to your palm facing down, which is the regular way to do that. I typically don't feel it with palm facing down. I have to end up going heavier for that movement. I don't like to. So, I use that reverse grip uppercut way, and I'll use it as like my warm-up exercise with like just 5 pounds, and it works great. I really feel it by like the second set, so definitely give that a try. And as you saw in that previous clip there, as I always do, work up to my barbell overhead presses, and I'll do maybe 4-5 sets and work my way up to 95 to 100 pounds, sometimes over. So next up here is a leaning one arm shoulder press that I use on this hammer strength machine. I really feel this exercise without much weight, especially once I've hit like a heavy press already. So definitely give this a try if you haven't. You'll thank me later, because I'm telling you, you don't need much weight to really feel it in the front delt or to really activate your shoulders, especially after you've already done some kind of major compound movement or maybe some heavy shoulder presses. So I really like this movement in this way. So if you have that delt machine, that shoulder press machine in your gym, definitely give that a try my way. And next up here is one of my favorites as well, the one arm lateral raise using this lateral machine. I've tried this exercise with double arms, but the arms are too long, or my arm's too long on this machine. It just doesn't feel comfortable. So I always use this machine one arm at a time. You don't need a lot of weight. I usually put up to 10 pounds on each side at the most, because the machine already feels kind of heavy, and then you add the weight in, and it just, you end up messing up your form, and it can be hard to go parallel on that, so, or stay parallel with your arm on that. So definitely give this a try if you have this in your gym. It's a great finisher for your delts day. Well, that's going to be it for week 3. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm trying to make them shorter as I go along and to upload them more frequently, so please follow my journey. I will be providing tips each video and try to change up the movements a little bit to keep it interesting. But do please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will upload the next one tomorrow.